Well, the Senate rejecting competing proposals from both sides of the aisle yesterday to address the expiration of enhanced Obamacare subsidies at the end of the year. As President Trump says, he will work with Republicans to find a solution. The GOP's plan to fund American health care savings accounts failed 51 to 48, short of the 60-vote threshold. Joining me now is Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin, member of the Senate Appropriations Committee. Senator, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. You've got a couple of legislative days left in the year. You're not going to be back until January 5th. Should we expect that we're ending the year with no solution on those Obamacare subsidies? They will expire at year end.
Yeah, so we got with our Democrat counterparts 2 days ago and said, listen, after we take these votes yesterday, which was Thursday, are you guys willing to sit down and have a conversation where we can actually have a substantive conversation about how to fix the Unaffordable Health Care Act? And what they said, quote, now these are individuals I've been working with for about 60 days looking for a path to compromise. And they said, look, we're looking for a three-year extension. That's it, three-year clean extension. And we feel like we're winning on this subject, so we really don't think there's room for us to negotiate. Now, keep in mind, what they're wanting to expand is the premium tax for 3 years. The premium tax was put in place in 2022 by Democrats because of premiums underneath the Affordable Care Act, which was a.k.a. Obamacare, was getting too expensive. What's happened, though, is they raised the caps and blew all the safety markets off of it. And according to the Government Accountability Office, GAO, they said that 90% of the fraudulent claims that are presented to the system right now is accepted. So there's 90% fraud rate in the system, which is costing the taxpayers $83 billion. And so they're saying they don't want any reforms to it. What we're saying is if you're really serious about trying to make the Affordable Care Act actually affordable, because it's been disastrous, they own this. It's their system that they sold the American people in 2015. Then let's look at actual reforms that can take place. And that's what we voted on yesterday. That's what the Republican bill did, is gave an opportunity for the taxpayers to receive the subsidy rather than the insurance companies, letting the taxpayers choose what plan they want rather than the insurance companies giving us a demand on what they want. And the Democrats 100% rejected it. So we're at a standstill here because we can't do anything unless we have 60 votes to move forward.
Right, of course. So, I mean, look, this was the issue of the 43-day government shutdown, the longest shutdown in government history. This was the issue. So we're not changing anything, not getting anything done by year end. Is it fair to say we begin the new year once you all come back with the threat of another government shutdown at the end of January?
100%, because the Republicans were trying to have a policy discussion. What the Democrats are wanting is making this a political issue. When you make it a political issue and it's not about policy, you hold the American people hostage, and that leads us straight to a shutdown. That's what happened in the 43-day shutdown. Was we were trying to negotiate on policy. They were negotiating on politics. What they said 2 days ago clearly states that they think they're winning on the issue. It's not about getting it right for the American people. It's not about lowering cost for the American people on health care. It's about who can message it the best and who wins at the polls. And who loses is every American, because our policies are way too high. The unaffordable health care was given to us in 2010 by Obamacare, and it said that it would lower policies by 25%. It's raised it by 221% at a 3 times rate higher than inflation. So it's outpacing inflation. And so we're saying it doesn't work. The Affordable Health Care Act does not work. We need to get a health care system that's working for the American people, not the insurance companies. Insurance companies have increased their profitability by over 300% since this is put in place, and the American taxpayers are subsidizing them still yet. I don't mind insurance companies being profitable. I want them to be profitable. But it is outrageous what's happening to the American people right now, and it's all because of Obamacare.
Well, I mean, you talk about messaging. Isn't that your message right there? Shouldn't you be like messaging this morning, noon, and night? The fact that you tried to give the Democrats the opportunity to make health care affordable and they blew it. It's 300 times the price or all of those, tidbits that you just got. But, I mean, that's your message. I don't know why the Democrats are winning the messaging war here when, in fact, you just told us. And if you could, make that into your messaging, I think it tells a story in terms of what you're up against. But I want to get back to what happens when you all come back in January. You just said, yes, we are beginning the year. When I asked you, aren't we beginning the new year with the threat of another government shutdown? So you're on the Appropriations Committee. How many appropriations bills can you get done? What are you expecting so that you could actually offset the potential for getting hostage again by a government shutdown by your colleagues on the left?
Well, the good news is we had 12 appropriation bills. We already did 3 coming out of the shutdown. We feel like we can get 5 more appropriation bills done maybe when we get back in January. That would fund about 87% of the government. That would leave, that means we'd have 9 appropriations, 3 appropriation bills left. If we were to go into a shutdown on the 3, it would be very minimum to what the government would actually resemble as a shutdown.
Okay.
So the American taxpayers probably wouldn't even know about it. However, there would be a good opportunity, since we're only talking about 13% of the government, we could CR the rest of it. But if we can't get agreement on these 5 appropriation bills, then yes, we could find ourselves in the exact same situation because the Democrats want to make this a political issue, and it's very shameful.
Understood. Senator, it's good to see you this morning. We'll be watching all of this play out. Thank you, sir.